my video there. You can actually see me this time. Fantastic. Hello, everyone, and welcome. It is July 1st, 2025. Can you believe it? We are at the halfway point in 2025. My goodness, I am Natasha Tomlinson, real estate professional here in the greater Phoenix metro area. I've had the pleasure of helping buyers, sellers, investors, downsizers navigate this Arizona real estate market with clarity, confidence, and strategy. My mission at this point is not to be a secret agent. Okay. Like I said, I've been fortunate to help some folks buy and sell real estate, invest in real estate in this area. And there's a lot happening in this marketplace. And my job, as I see it, part of my job is to educate you on where we are, keep you informed, and maybe sneak in a couple of laughs along the way. So whether you are relocating to the Phoenix area, you're downsizing, you're buying your second, your third home, you're in the right place here tonight, okay? Tonight's goal is, again, to empower you with information, with tools, empower you with knowledge you need to make a confident decision in 2025's unique real estate landscape. All right, let's dive in. The must-know insights, strategies, and solutions that make buying smarter possible right now. That's right, July 1st, 2025. And don't forget, at any point during tonight's webinar, you can comment in the chat. And what I'll put in there also is a link to schedule a free buyer consultation to go over your particulars. But enough about that. Let's talk about what is really happening in the greater Phoenix metro area. What's happening in our housing market? So as of June 2025, inventory has leveled off. So we do have more inventory when compared to last year, but it doesn't appear that we are adding any more inventory. And that's pretty typical of this time of year. When we reach, over 100-degree temperatures, more people are looking to find other places within the country to get some rest, some relaxation. And it's usually not in Phoenix, Arizona. Okay. There are some diehards like me we love the sun. We're laying by the pool at 8 a.m. But there are others who decide, they'd rather be anywhere but here, and more power to them. This significant increase in inventory when compared to last year, it is creating opportunities for buyers. If you remember 2020, 2021, 2022, where you looked outside your house, you're like, what is that line? Why are they standing? Why are they all standing around my neighbor's house? Well, your neighbor's house was for sale, and there were a few people waiting to get inside because of the limited inventory that we had during that time. We had just come out of COVID, and people just weren't anxious to make a move. They weren't sure what they were going to do. And so our inventory was really low. And now people were asking, where are all the houses? I need more to choose from. I need time to think about my decision. Well, that time is now. That is this market. There is more to choose from in the way of resale and new homes. And you have time more than you did during 2020 and 2021, that's for sure, to think about whether this home is truly for you. Now, we have a number of cities that make up the greater Phoenix metro area. And at this point, about 16 of the 29 cities that make up the greater Phoenix metro area are either in a buyer's market. There are 6 cities right now that are in a slight seller's market, and that includes Paradise Valley, Anthem, El Mirage, and a few others. Mortgage rates appear to be decreasing ever so slightly, but we'll take it, right? Which is a big advantage for buyers right now, an advantage in negotiating power. But remember, for every half point decrease in interest rates, we see more buyers return to the market. Why? Because they have more buying power too, right? So that, wait a minute, I can qualify for more now. I can qualify for what I consider to be a home. And so that puts more people into the marketplace and moves us closer to that multi-offer scenario that we saw just a few years ago. Buyers today have some room to negotiate in price, to negotiate seller concessions and closing cost assistance. But there's no need to overpay. There's no need to rush, but you do need to be prepared. Okay. You may be wondering, is now really the right time to buy? Okay, I don't know. There may be a lot of other things happening in your world right now, and adding another thing just doesn't feel like the best decision. But here's the truth. If you're waiting, excuse me, if you're waiting for rates to drop, you could be missing out on equity growth and deal making opportunities that are happening today. In 2025, real estate is no longer a one size fits all kind of game. You need to be pre approved right out the bat with a local lender who understands Arizona's unique guidelines. You need to understand your affordability beyond just the rate, because you also have property taxes, homeowners association dues, holding costs as far as maintenance costs with the home, insurance rates. That's what we mean when we talk about affordability. We need to understand those costs beyond just the rates, and you need to work with a real estate professional who truly knows the market and knows that the market is shifting. Whether you are upsizing, downsizing, or relocating, your strategy matters now more than ever before. Phoenix is more than just sunshine and saguaro cacti. It is a rapidly growing metroplex with distinct neighborhoods offering different benefits for different lifestyles. If you're a commuter into one of the major employment sectors in the greater Phoenix metro area, consider North Phoenix, Gilbert, or Ahwatukee. If you have a family and there are children in your household, great schools Arizona isn't typically known for their schools, but there are some ones that certainly rise to the top. And I would check out Chandler, Queen Creek, and Desert Ridge. And if you are retiring and part of that 55 and older crowd, consider Sun City Grand, Trilogy, and Victory at Verrado. Let's not forget again about the essentials. Property taxes are low when compared to many other states, such as Washington State, California, New Jersey, New York, Massachusetts, Illinois, just to name a few. We do not have state estate tax, and utilities and homeowners association fees, those HOA dues, they may vary. So don't forget to budget accordingly. I've helped, quite a few out-of-state buyers relocate to Arizona and seamlessly, and handled everything from the virtual real estate tours to coordinating movers to get them closer to their goal of living here in the Valley of the Sun. So if you're thinking about downsizing, know that you're not alone. In fact, over 35% of clients are empty nesters, and they're just ready to simplify. And here's how we make downsizing smarter and less stressful. Okay. Sell your current home strategically, provide that valuation, staging, marketing, and then buy your next home with the lifestyle you want. The lower maintenance, single level, possibly with no interior steps. Maybe the primary bedroom is downstairs, and you're closer to medical care, closer to healthcare, closer to recreation. Consider bridge loans or sale and leaseback scenarios or extended closings to help you transition smoothly. Now, if you're serious about buying in the next 3 to 6 months, it's really time to take some steps. Time to schedule that call with your real estate professional. Assess your goals, assess your timing and your financing that's available to you today. Look at all options that are available to you. Traditional financing route, creative financing, including assuming existing mortgages, assuming an FHA or a VA loan if you're a veteran in particular, or possibly doing a owner carryback or a wrap, an exact wrap. Okay. All of these scenarios exist in our marketplace today. We will start your custom home search with insider access to listings, including off-market opportunities. Now, remember, the Phoenix real estate market rewards those who are informed, prepared, and strategic overall. I am available for any questions that you may have. Now is your time. Drop them in the chat and schedule a call using the link on the screen. Whether you're buying here in Peoria, selling in Scottsdale, or relocating from out of state, I'm here. I'm here to help you win in today's market. I thank you very much for watching. We're keeping it tried and true and just showing you a little bit about what is happening in our market here. Just a few cities. Let's share this tab. Just giving a quick snapshot for you. As you can see, yes, this is showing the inventory levels that we've had. This is here. We were July 2020. Inventory was incredibly low. We're wondering what on earth is going on. And this is just the city of Phoenix that we're looking at right now. As you can see, and then, we get to 2022 and back down closer to the, to the summer. You can see inventory typically comes down during the summer months, creeps back up as we start the new year, and it has continued to climb. Now, that again is the city of Phoenix. And the city of Phoenix right now, this is a 90-day moving average of what we're looking at right now. The median price for the greater Phoenix metro area, all cities combined, is sitting at about $450,000. And that is just a $23 increase when compared to last year. So prices are pretty flat as far as appreciation is concerned. You can see where the price per square foot sits at about 303. Again, median, we see the days on market was slowly climbing, but it's kind of leveled off in recent weeks. We see the price decreasing has also increased for the city of Phoenix, and we've noticed the inventory has climbed from the beginning of the year until now. Rent has also remained fairly stable. Median rent at $23.50. Let's check out a few other cities. Let's start with the east side, right? Let's look at Chandler. Out by Intel. Here we are, again, a 90-day moving average. Our list price has decreased some, but remaining fairly flat, sitting at $599,200. Price per square foot has remained somewhat within range at $290 per square foot. Our average days on market sitting around 74 days on market. And again, this is just single family residence. This does not include condos. And the median rent is stable around $2,500. Let's consider Gilbert, Arizona, not Arkansas, Arizona. Great. The median list price at 659,000. Average days on market, hovering around 74 days on market. Oh, we've got, very good. 60% decrease. That's 60% of the listings that are for sale have seen a decrease. Okay, so prices are not dropping by 60%, but we have 5,000 listings total in Gilbert, just to keep numbers even, and 60% of those 5,000 are decreasing. Okay, that would be a lot. And the median rent also sitting around $25.80. Let's head out to, learn how to spell. Queen Creek, Arizona. Again, a slight seller's edge in Queen Creek. Queen Creek, for those who are not familiar, does have a good mix of resale and new homes for sale in that area as well, which keeps numbers pretty steady at this point in time. So our median list price is sitting at $686,210, and our median days on market is climbing to meet the rest of the surrounding cities, hovering around 70 median days on market. Many of those listings have seen a decrease, and the rents have come down a little bit, right? So we were, for the high so far this year, $26.48, and now the rents are sitting at $24.95. Let's see, let's check out our west side. Well, before we go there, let's head over to Scottsdale. Again, the 90-day moving average, slight seller's advantage. And that median list price has come down from 1.692 down to 1.3. We've seen the price per square foot has come down as well in that area at $492, and the days on market has remained steady. 50% of all homes on the market have seen a price decrease, and the median rent is also declining, currently sitting at around $4,000 per month. And that's important to mention. If you are purchasing now with the idea of investing, particularly at looking at doing short-term rentals, looking to fix and flip, I have to say this is not the best market for you. This market is for people who have a buy and hold strategy. This is for the long-term investor who is going to make this property a home, help contribute to the community, that is planning on holding it, 3, 5, 7 years. If you're looking at, well, I'm going to be in the Phoenix metro area for about nine months, and then I'm going to relocate to Dallas, and I'm going to go over to Miami, whatever the case may be. If you don't plan on being here for some time, then I would recommend that you rent. And there are plenty of great rental communities available, houses for rent if you don't prefer to be in a complex. But this is the market for people who intend on living in the home for a few years. All right, so that's Scottsdale. Let's head on over. Let's look over at Anthem, which is a city close, just north of the TSMC company there, Taiwanese semiconductor. And there are a number of new homes in that area as well, rental communities in that area, more housing moving towards the area. So you can see that price is remaining somewhat stable. It went up a bit, median list price, and now we're seem to be around close to 600,000. And the days on market are climbing also. 48% of all listings in Anthem have received the price reduction, and the median rent seems to be somewhat increasing. We were at 2,500, now we're at 2778. Peoria, again. Peoria, we see the median list price again holding fairly steady. Looking from the last 90 days, we were at 595,900. Now we're at 598. Price per square foot, we were at 276. Now we are at 268. And those days on market are increasing a bit. Right, inventory in this area has increased as well at 816, and the median rent seems to be holding somewhat steady. We're about 2,300. Let's take a look at some of our 55 plus communities. Sun City would be one. A lot of the homes tend to be older there. Remember, inspections are not required, but strongly recommended. And when you're doing inspections on older homes, consider looking at all of the major components: roof, HVAC, electrical, plumbing, sewer system, as well, foundation. Make sure all of those are reviewed with a close eye. Let's see here. And yes, our median price for Sun City, the homes are built there in the 60s and 70s. A lot of retirees there, second homeowners. As you can see, prices have decreased in that area. Again, these are single family residences. Median price sitting at 329,900. And we can see our days on market increasing, which is typical of this time of year. You can't expect longer marketing times. And as we're in this balanced buyer's market, you can expect longer marketing times as well. And the rents are sitting 2,000. Great. Let's see if any questions have arisen. No? All right. Very good. Very good. Oh, okay. We're across a few different social media channels. So, yes, as I mentioned, there are various loan types available to you. Traditionally, you have your FHA loan, which requires 3.5% of the purchase price and down for a down payment. That amount, that the maximum amount for your loan depends on area, depends on the county that you're located in. So that can vary slightly from Maricopa County to Pima County and so forth. VA loan also is another option for a veteran where there's 100% financing available. USDA loans is a possibility for some areas in Arizona. I would say in Phoenix, probably not, but on the outskirts for sure. Farmland or just less populous areas, USDA financing is available, and that is another zero down program. Then you have your conventional loan, and there's various down payment requirements there. And it depends really on your financial picture. Okay, what's your credit score? How much debts do you have? compared to your income. How long have you been at that job? How long have you had these different responsibilities, and how have you handled those responsibilities over time? Taking a look at tax returns and all sorts of scenarios in order to determine what your qualifications are and give you an idea of which loan program best fits your needs. If you want to be in the middle of a Phoenix, then we're not looking at a USDA program, because that is geared more towards less populated areas. So USDA wouldn't apply. Or if you are a first-time home buyer and you're not a veteran, then you wouldn't look at a VA loan. You would more likely look at an FHA financing and maybe consider some down payment assistance programs that are available. There are down payment assistance programs available for FHA loans and for conventional loans. So be sure to check all of those out. Let's see here. Yes, non-traditional financing. If you are considering investing, then DSCR loans may be of interest to you. Also, you may consider assuming an existing mortgage. Now, the assuming the mortgage does require you to qualify, so the days of non-qualifying for assumable loans are kind of long gone. So we do have to assess the ability to pay, the ability to repay that loan, and that's the case with seller financing too. So it's not that someone wants to be in your business when they're asking for your credit score and asking how much you make and to fill out some basics as far as your income are concerned. It's because that's what's required in order to keep things status quo. Okay. And of course, cash always works. And don't forget about crypto. There are ways to purchase real estate with cryptocurrency. So feel free to reach out to me for more information on that. It's very, very interesting time, exciting times, I think. Of all the change we've seen, it's amazing what when people put their minds to it, what we can come up with in order to keep the housing market going, in order to provide affordable options for people. Overall, I think it's very exciting time. So let's see. Any other questions about our Arizona real estate market? I can sit here all day, right? But I'm sure you can't. You've got things to do, right? Things to do, people to see, food to eat. So I will let you get to it. Again, I thank you for being here and listening to me tonight. I do hope that you learned something. And if you'd like to discuss the Arizona real estate market more in depth, or your particular needs and wants, reach out to me. Let's schedule a 15-minute call, 30 minutes possibly, depending on your schedule, to review your goals. Thank you and have a wonderful evening.